Hi everyone, this is Desola of the Fine Art Things. Welcome to my refurbished whatever YouTube channel. I'm really excited to be trying this again, and I'm really hoping that I'll be consistent. I'm just trying to live my best life and do all my resolutions even before the beginning of the year. So yes, thank you guys for joining me, and yeah, let's go. So today I'm going to be doing or answering the question tag. So on Instagram I had asked people to share questions, which they didn't, because for some reason when you ask questions in your Insta story, people skip it, but then I bullied them into asking questions. So this video is literally to answer those questions. I'm not one of those people that would come and say, oh, you guys asked me for this video. No, I bullied people to ask me for this video. So yeah, let's go. So I'm just going to be reading through, going to the Instagram page to check. So somebody says, I beg Shey, you go fit sponsor holiday for me. I don't know why that's the first question, but no, I can't, or maybe I can because you're my paddy, but I can't sponsor any holidays right now. But I definitely can give you tips as we go on holidays, places you can go on a budget, and I'm hoping that this my YouTube channel takes you on those journeys. So stay tuned. Videos are going to be coming on travel and all the tips that you need to go on affordable vacation. Yes. Where is somewhere you have on your bucket list to visit? Oh, this is so lovely. I think for me, since I was a child, one of the places I've always wanted to go to is Japan. Like, they have great, okay, if it's not Japan, then it's Thailand. I think Thailand for me is like the alternative because they have great food, they have culture, they're tech savvy. Japan, Singapore. So I really, at some point for my 30th birthday, I really wanted to do a trip to Singapore, Thailand, Bali, and somewhere else that I seem to have forgotten, but I couldn't because COVID happened, which is really sad, but I'm really still hoping that I can do that. So yeah, those are the countries, some of the countries on my bucket list. But I think in total I really want to go everywhere in the world and just see the world. I think I'm on country number 14 or 16. So yes. So someone says, who are you crushing on at the moment? Oh my god. Who am I crushing on at the moment? I think generally I don't have any new crushes, but like if there's one person I've always crushed on, then it's most likely Chris Brown. Yeah, I think you guys are expecting a Nigerian name, but no, I generally love Chris. He's tall, he's very childish and childlike, and just seems like a ball of fun and great energy. So yes, I think generally for me, people who are just like fun and energetic, I like them. So someone says, advice for someone who loves traveling but doesn't have so much money. So top of my head is to find trips that are affordable trips, and travel locally first before you start to travel out of the country, and build your contacts, build your statement of accounts, because you need that for your visas, especially because you're in Nigeria. But like I said, I will be doing more videos to share like more tips on how to travel on a budget, so please watch out for that video. It's coming really soon. So someone says, what's your regular day like if you're not traveling? Okay, I'm going to also keep share vlogs as we go, but I think top of my head, my working day looks like right now I wake up at 5, I join my prayers. My prayers run till 7, so if I need to be in the office physically, I leave them around 5:36. I'm in the office maybe like 7. I just chill till like 8:30 when I start working, and then I do meetings, chit chats, run after vendors at my job, and then in the evening I would usually catch up with 1 or 2 of my friends, go to their houses, or we grab a meal, and then I'm back home. In the weekends I'm also catching up really with my friends, because I believe generally in a rounded life. I love to have a very balanced life, so my weekends are really spent with my friends, at church, at something. I believe in activities, so that's what like my day looks like. But I'm sure once I start vlogging as well, you'll be able to sort of catch a glimpse of what that looks like. So the next question is, do you ever feel not appreciated enough by people you consider friends or people you're close to? I don't want to sound like a motivational speaker, but I do think that everyone generally goes through like periods where you don't feel appreciated. But I think that, you know, with my friendships now, as I continue to grow, I think that even amongst like all my friends, we're really deliberate about, you know, making each other feel appreciated and just showing up for one another when we need it. So even when that happens, I'm sure that the validation that I need to feel appreciated is just right around the corner. So yes, the answer would be yes. There are days where you would feel, or where I have felt, unappreciated by my friends and the people I'm close to, and I will go off and off and off. But I also think that I'm chasing or building very deliberate friendships with my friends right now, and we try to keep each other lifted. Yes. So the next question is, did you always know what path you wanted to take in your career, or you just let it evolve? Oh wow. So anyone who knows me knows that I'm big on like figuring out my life as I go, and I'm also I think that has also helped me to surround myself with people who are not very judgmental when it comes to me not being sure of my next step or my next goal. I think one of the biggest things I learned like 2 years ago was how we're all work in progress. So on the question of have I always known the path? No, actually I've allowed my career evolve. You know, right out of school I thought I'd become a fashion designer. I found fashion styling took me to costume designing, and right now I work as a brand manager. Who would have thought? Like, nothing makes sense, but everything has worked together for good, right? So no, I'm really looking forward to the next phase and the next chapter that my life is going to, you know, bring as we go together. So I really look forward to how much my career could evolve. Maybe one day I'll be a full-time YouTuber, who knows. Yeah, so no, I've allowed it evolve, and I think that that's the best way to live my life. It might not work for someone else, but it works for me. So the next question is, how do you create a budget for travel based on income? Oh my god, I have a lot of tips on this, but one thing that's worked for me, which is the quickest thing I can tell you before I do a full video, is that I have always sort of looked for trips that I could pay small for, and then I've always looked for so I work a full-time job, so there are bonuses that come. I always sort of plan my bulk trips, or my trips, the bulk funds I need for my trips around when we get like a bonus. So my bonus plus my salary plus something else comes together as a sort of huge chunk out of the money I need for traveling. So yeah, but I'm in the best position to sort of give you advice on traveling on a budget, so watch out for that video as well, because trust me, I've traveled without a lot of money and I know how to do it. Mariam asks, what's your take on getting a car before you landed property? Sis, do it. See, a car is a freaking necessity. So I generally would have said, yeah, I'm of the opinion that you should buy landed properties, but I also feel that don't just buy landed properties for the sake of buying landed properties. A lot of people buy land in places they would never live, places that are not developed just so they say they have a land. It doesn't make sense to me. If it does make sense to you, please go ahead, but I'm really big on get a car, because you need to be mobile, you need to be safe, and if you're a female, go ahead and get whatever you need. I don't think I have any landed properties as I am, but I've had 2 cars, so sis, please go ahead and buy you a nice car. Wink. Your car will open door for you as well. It will bring some level of respect as you go, and you know, it's very essential. Will you go back to costume design at any point? I'm really looking for like fun projects. Like if I find someone who's my friend who's trying to show a film and it's going to be really fun, I would do it. But over the course of the years that since I left costume designing full-time, I have actually worked on different costume projects. So I was working when I did Desperate Housewives, I was working full-time when I did Wives on Strike 2. I was working full-time when I did a movie called Bonnie and Clyde. That was like 2 years ago. So yes, whenever I find like exciting projects, I will go back because I really love it and I'm actually really good at it. So yes. So that was from Jen. The next question is, how have you been able to cope with finances? This adulthood be shaking me, sis. Not just you, like it's shaking me too. But I feel like you take each day and then learn to enjoy your money. So I had a principle when I started working, and it was that I would always take a fancy meal every time I earn a salary. It exposed me. Every time I have a conversation with any of my bosses, there's always something to say because I traveled, I know restaurants, like I know things that the average worker in Nigeria is too busy with their problems to spend money on. But sis, problem no dey finish, like they say. So take it one step at a time. Do not save if you earn small money. Like it doesn't make sense. Solve your problems, double your income, invest in education, invest in things that will help you double your income before you start focusing on saving or investment. Some people will deceive you to start saving from nothing. Do not do it. It makes no sense. Some people are suffering to save from 50k. It doesn't work. Use the 50k to pay for classes, for courses, and then watch your income grow and then start saving and investing from there. That's my advice. Double your income first before it's saving. After that, now start thinking of investment. So yeah, that's my opinion. Kelvin said, what do you think has been the biggest accomplishment for you this year career-wise? Oh my gosh, I left my job that I've been working at for 8 years, and I got a new job. Yay! I feel like that was the most exciting thing, because not only did I get a new job, I actually doubled my income by like 300%. So guys, you know what it was. I took a course in brand management and I was the best graduating student, so I had the best project. So yeah, with my career, I feel like yes, I put in my best and I sort of get the best. So yeah. Oprah, oh my god, we have 6 more questions and then we'll wrap. So Oprah said, how do you ask for a promotion? When you have another job offer. That's the easiest way in Nigeria, because businesses don't really like to have conversations about promotions. But if you have a cordial or good relationship with your boss, you can print out your pay slip and show them like, I don't earn well, like this money does nothing for me, please, I need a promotion. Then they'll start saying, oh, because I did that. Like when I changed careers, I printed my pay slip and showed my boss like, this money is doing nothing for me. And she's like, okay, we'll do a salary adjustment for you. We can work on your promotion for the next 6 months. So yeah, that happened. But after a while, I was just like, you know what, I would leave. And when I left, when I was leaving, when I dropped my letter, they started having negotiations. We'll promote you, we'll give you the money, we'll do this, we'll do that. So that's always the best time to ask for a promotion. So you need to look for a backup. However, I would advise that once you have a job offer, especially if it's a company that you like and is good enough, leave, right? Because there's this graph, I'll look for it, and if I find it, I'll put it here, or I'll put a link below. There's this sort of graph that shows that the longer that you stay in a place, the unappreciated you are, the less growth that you get. But the more you switch, the more growth that you get in career. So in your career, loyalty is hardly rewarded, especially in this generation. So yeah, just ought to say that. So Amina says, how would you describe your fashion sense? I think my fashion sense is really quirky, but can also be very classic and basic. So I'm kind of person that could wear black all through, wear sandal or slippers, but carry a nice bag. So quirky in the sense that my pieces will be quirky. You see something that is quirky about what I wear. Like my jeans could be frayed, my slippers could be weird, could be like some weird mules, or my earrings could be funny. So my styling would be very quirky, but I can be very basic and classic in that sense. And yeah, so I like quirky things, I collect quirky things, and I also believe in like luxury to the point I can afford. So there's certain luxuries I can afford, but the ones that I can't afford, I love, like very intricate items, earrings, bags, things like that, sunglasses. Yeah, so yeah, you'd always find that I'd have one of those like nice little quirky pieces. Yeah. So how to start traveling on a budget. This is really this is like the third or fourth person asking this, and I think it's because I travel quite a lot, or in the past 2-3 years I've traveled quite a lot. So just watch out for a video. I would do this video, so you get this video really soon, because I have seen it pop up like 3-4 times now. So someone said, how have you been able to incorporate what you learned at your project management course? Okay, background. I took a project management course a few weeks ago, but I already practiced a little bit of project management in my previous careers. So how have I been able to implement it? I guess with my projects at work, I've just really started breaking down the parts. So I'm not just looking at the parts that we're used to that, you know, takes only 5 steps. So within those steps, I'm breaking down each scope of work to contain all sort of like a checklist to see what I need to do, how would I do it, who's doing it and stuff. So I feel like, yeah, I'm applying it in some sense, if that makes sense. That feels very like career serious, so that's why, you know, the answer is very brief. Then one of my besties said, how do you balance working, keeping friendships, family, and your social life? How do I balance keeping friendships, family, and your social life? I think that we'll always balance the things that we love. I think that some people say I don't speak to them. Some people hate me because I don't check in. But like, if I love you and you're in my life and you matter to me and I care about how you're doing, I will check in on you. And I think that with my friends, I'm very deliberate about checking in with them at least every day. If it was like 1 minute on the road or my way somewhere, you know, I'll do a video call, or I'll sort of send something funny on Instagram, just to keep like that conversation open, right? And yeah, with my family, I'm very blessed because I still live at home. So I guess my mom is like my my closest family member, and so yeah, it's easy to check in with them. I think with my extended family, anytime I remember someone who I've not seen in a while, I also try to like either send them money and stuff like that, just to make them feel loved and appreciated. Yeah, so yeah. And the last question that I have on this side, even though I think I have 2 more questions, is how did you transition from fashion to brand marketing? Wow. How did I transition from fashion to brand? Okay, so I think it was just all the courses I did and just realizing that a part was for me. So sorry, 1 second. Okay, great. I've seen my remaining questions. Okay, so how did I transition from fashion to brand marketing? It was quite simple. Like fashion, I don't think I've transitioned out of. I think I'm still very centered in fashion. Even at my job, people are like, oh, your style is different, you dress different, because I can wake up and wear absolutely anything I want to wear. I really don't care about what people think. So I think fashion is an innate love of mine. It's something that I love. It's something that I do effortlessly. And with brands, I really did not realize, but you know, the sociology and psychology of like brand building has also been in it, and I've always had it. So everything sort of flows nicely together. But I would say that to transition or switch career paths, you do need to put in some some hours to educate yourself, to do some courses, to really get grounded in it. And you also need maybe like sponsors, or what I call the mentors, who generally can help you or stand in for you when you want to switch your career. So that also works. So someone said, are you going to come back to blogging? I guess so, but like right the way I'm doing it now, like just posting like nice things I love and making videos. Yes. And someone says, can you truly say you are happy? And that's a question we're going to close on. So can I really say I'm happy? I feel like we are not meant to be happy 100%, but at this point that I'm in, like right now, I can't say that yes, I feel like I am happy. Like not in the happiness that people are happy where they're smiling and just looking mad, in my opinion, forgive me. But yeah, but like I'm happy in the sense that everything is good. Yeah, everything is fine, everybody's fine, so we're fine. But I do know, and I've accepted deep down, that we're not meant to be 100% happy all our lives. We're not, after all, I don't know what to compare happiness to, but we are not meant to be. We are meant to be able to take time to, you know, absorb certain things, to think, to be in a mood of solitude, to also just, you know, just be in that calmness. And sometimes happiness doesn't mix with that. Happiness is fake when it doesn't come naturally. So I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I think it does. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching my video. My name remains Desola Mako of The Finer Things. Please follow, subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it if you want to. Please share. Thank you. Yeah, see you in my next video. Bye. Thank you.